So, the question is Buddhism a religion, a philosophy, a way of life? Not being a Buddhist, of course, I'm in no way qualified to answer that question. I do know this, though. There's an awful lot about Buddhism that I admire. For one thing, in Buddhism, there is no excuse. In other religions, there are excuses to do a lot of atrocities because you can find in their sacred books excuses or reasons to commit some of the worst atrocities against mankind. Because you can always say the devil made me do it or God made me do it, or you have examples of their gods who have committed atrocities himself. I say himself because their gods are usually masculine. However, we were talking about Buddhism. I am not qualified to answer a lot of questions about Buddhism because I'm not a Buddhist. I simply follow a lot of their philosophy because I find that it is the thing to do. As for us, you and I, well, we can work on ourselves too. We can live a life without excuses. We can live a life where we do the right thing, the correct thing, by daily practicing or daily practices of being the best human being that we can be. And we can do that by starting at the very top or the very bottom, depends on your perspective. That is to say, we work on our thoughts. And in our thoughts, we work on one thing at a time. In my opinion, the top three happens to be envy, jealousy, and greed. We have a tendency to be envious of somebody for what they have or for what they have accomplished. And if you stop and think about it, it is probably one of the most useless emotions there is. If you're going to be envious of someone because they own a car, let's say, of a specific brand, does envy allow you to own that car? I don't think so. Envy is one of those emotions that causes an awful lot of depression for no good reason. The next one, of course, is greed. What's the point of greed? Think about it. You can only eat one meal a day, sleep in one bed at a time, occupy just 12 square feet of space at any given time. You can only do specific things at a specific time. What's the point of greed except to hoard things? And what does hoarding do? If you are hungry and you have a meal in front of you that's going to satisfy your hunger, and then in a basket right next to you, you have $1,001 bills. A lot of people would forego eating and get the $1,000 bill because their logic is, with the money I can buy things. Well, you can get things without having money. The point is, the food is here and now, and you, in being greedy in trying to get the money to get something for later. Hoarding money makes no sense at all to me. If I have $1 more than what I need, that's sufficient. And finally, this thing of jealousy. Jealousy has been with mankind forever, only because it's coveting what somebody else has. And the other aspect to jealousy is the master-slave relationship. If you have a girlfriend and you're jealous of your girlfriend, that is because you are scared that somebody else wants her. Isn't it right? So you're jealous. You are the master. She is the servant, the slave, and she's your property. So therefore you feel you have the right to be jealous. The correct way of looking at things, I think, if you really love her, is to want for her all that is good for her. That is being loved. Not to own her, but to want what is good for her. And so it is for a woman and a man. Jealousy, to me, is all about ownership. It's about master and slaves. And I think it is not good. So what do? Well, you monitor your thoughts. And in monitoring your thoughts, you can tell all about envy, about greed, and about jealousy. And as these thoughts pop up into your head, work on them. Don't dismiss them, but take a good look at these. Why are you envious? Why are you greedy? Why are you jealous? And work on them. Because in the end, your thoughts are very much your own, aren't they? And they're the best monitor on your quest on becoming the best human being that you can become. Right?